You can't be too sick if you dragged yourself here. Please
Hello,
be
sir.
aware of a social disease carried by a certain young lady. Howdy.
Much obliged.
I hope to see you again. Not due to injury or illness, obviously.
Well, hello.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson, to settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true, especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute, and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area And a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need? Money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
All right, let's head over to the cow pen. It's about time a budding farmer such as yourself learned how to herd cattle.
Go!
Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
How are you, Miss
Yeah.
McFarland?
He's got it.
Stay behind them, Mr. Marston.
Stop messing about. We've got to get these cows out the pasture. Herd the cows down the
Ain't that hard, is it? Man, that's your... Look at the cowboy. Come on, you dumb shot.
This way. We need to take them out to the pasture. Come on, boys.
Come on! Let's go!
All right. Let's move this large herd out to the far pasture.
Yeah!
Keep sweeping behind them. That way they'll stay together.
You're doing great, Mr. Marston.
Come
Stay
on.
with him. Keep that herd together now.
Yeah!
Watch for the runner. Bonnie's gonna love this. Keep him tight now.
Keep it moving!
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Come on, Annabelle. Whoa, Annabelle, whoa.
Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on, easy up now.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle just take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always gonna be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. Right? It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
You're gonna need this, Mr. Marston. Let's see if we can put that new lasso of yours to good use. That ranch hand said there's a pack of wild horses nearby. Easy now.
You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret that sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics,
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy
but I
the
know
ride?
we're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland.
There they are! Let's get after them!
Rope one! Bring him down together! Pull that damn rope, Marston!
I got you.
Hang on to that rope, Marston! Keep it tight now, Marston!
I got you.
That's it!
Got it,
Now hold
Mr.
on to
Marston!
it!
I got you
Come on,
now.
let's go!
Try not to spook them too much!
Let's see it, boy!
That's it!
Easy
Don't
there.
give up!
Boy!
This don't feel too good.
You're doing
Almost
fine!
got
Take it slow now!
Shit.
Come on, dust yourself off, boy! You gonna use that rope or
Go.
not? Come on, don't be afraid of that lasso!
Easy now!
Yeah. Come on. Now relax. Come.
Keep still now! You'll have this in no time!
Whoa! Relax now. Come on. Come on. Nearly got you. Oh, down. Easy. Come on, baby. Calm down.
Come on in, cowboy!
Steady.
Whoa there!
Hold on. Come on. Calm yourself.
Look at that! We'll make a cowboy out of you yet! Mount up, Marston. You leave this one to me. I think that's enough activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, Mr. Marston! Let's rope another one!
Come on.
Come on! Rope one of them!
Now don't go and hurt yourself.
He's a frisky one! See what you can do!
Calm it down. I'm in trouble here. Relax now. Nearly there. Calm down now. Oh, shit! That's it. There. There you go.
Look at that! Pure and natural! Nice work! I think that'll do it for today. Let's get back to the ranch.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I like your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor, but it's straight and it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Whoa! Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses. Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's head for Armadillo.
Let's go. You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Pa hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He'd never admit it, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much.
It's kind of painful, but she's never far from my thoughts.
There's my boys. Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's drive them up the canyon where it narrows. We'll trap them there.
Come on.
Wait for my signal, and don't let those horses out of your sight.
Right you are, miss. Hey. Let's go. Come on. Slow down. Yeah. Easy. Come on. Come on, easy up now. I got you. I got you now. Oh, damn! Come on. Come on. Nearly got you. Steady. Come on, baby. Calm down. There you go. Go. Slow it up now. Come on. Whoa.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.
Let's go. Whoa. Come on.
¿Qué tal?
Excuse me.
Hey, hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you! And what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them, one of them Williamson boys.
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come on, what, you getting kicked with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir. And you. Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har. Dickhead.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or killed Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Come on then, Marston. Follow me.
So who are we looking for?
A bunch of 2-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walton. Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers in Armadillo spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No. The way I figure it, better they're carousing in there than out robbing decent folk.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
There's the dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Let's go, Marston. I've been after that son of a bitch for months. God damn it, he's on to us. Get after him.
Yeah! Whoa there. Walton's as bad as you say he is. Why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walton's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gap Tooth Ridge, these boys get around. Walton's a start, but there's plenty more where he came from.
Come on!
Looks like he's holed up at the old Pleasance house. Let's hold up a minute and find a spot for our horses. Yeah!
Looks like we got company, boys.
Damn! Take cover! Work our way up this hill.
Marston, I got you covered. Move up to that wagon. Marston, take that bastard behind the crate. You're outnumbered, Marshal. What are you waiting for? Unload that thing!
You're about to go meet your maker, and I doubt he's too happy. Is that all of you? You're due!
Head for the crate, boy! I'll cover you! Take that feller behind the rock, boy!
You boys just ain't that tough.
You brought help, did you? Well, I'm gonna kill both of you dumb bastards.
Move up to that rock. I'll keep you covered. Look out! There's one behind the outhouse. That's my man! My God!
I'll send you down myself, Marshal!
Take cover behind the outhouse. Careful, there may be more of them.
This is probably gonna hurt. Blast you!
I'll kill every last one of you.
Jesus, well. Come on, Carson. I can't take them all. Stay close. That's Walton inside the house. Let's see if we can take him alive. Walton, your killing days are over. It'll be trial and the ropes for you.
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Come on. Ooh, now.
Excuse me, partner. I ain't getting fresh. Let's make this quick.
Come on, let's go!
Amos!
Get him in there! Come on!
Amos!
Hey, miss. I got most of the horses secure and the chickens.
Well, thank you, Amos, but it's the herd I'm worried about.
I know, they're scattered all over the valley and beyond. The weather is coming in real fast.
So what do you suggest, Amos? We leave the herd out there to be scattered by the storm and ourselves left here to die without a livelihood?
Can I help?
No, miss. If the men get caught out in that storm, they're gonna die.
And if we lose our herd, we'll all die, you stupid man.
Doesn't sound like we're left with much of a choice then. Come on, Amos. Round up your men. Let's get the herd.
Dang.
Let's go. We don't have much time.
Come on.
That sky don't look good. I'm starting to think somebody up there's conspiring against me. Are you a religious man?
Not in any real sense. Sometimes I tell myself things happen for a reason. Like what brought me here was fate come a-calling. But nobody made my path but me.
We all need to look for answers somewhere. Some in big old books, others in big old bottles of whiskey.
Believing in some kind of divine purpose ain't gonna give me my wife and kid back. Past is who we are, Miss McFarland. There ain't no changing that. Faith is a luxury I can't afford.
We have 2 herds out grazing in different pastures. We'll need to merge them and bring them all back.
I think we can handle that.
The cows get real ornery in bad weather. It's more work, but I'll show you how to deal with them. I'm gonna save my voice for the herd. It's gonna be hard shouting over this storm. Whoa there!
Easy.
Let's take them over to the other herd. We'll try to drive them all back to the ranch together.
Come on.
The weather changes fast out here. This storm came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Storm's getting yourself in this weather? Come back! We need your help!
Whoa!
Come on! Stay together, you dumb animals! Move on! Move on! Come on, let's go! Let's go! Move! Come on! Move it! Let's go! Easy. Get going! Come on! Don't stop! Let's go! Come on! Come on! Come on! Easy up now. Let's move here, my four-legged friends! Move! Move! Yeah! Yeah! Forward! Keep it moving! Come on! Move it up!
You saved the herd back there. You might make a decent rancher one day.
Thank you, Miss McFarland. My apologies, mister. Go! Yeah! Whoa! Come on! Come! Load up now.
You'll leave widows at home, lawman. Turn around.
Mess with Hank Bellamy.
Come in swinging. Come on. Get in close, you coward.
Come on.
Wait for it. Make it fly.
Whoa there!
Whoa there.
Rain just impresses me to bits.
Hello!
I'm sorry to hear that.
Bye, Fred.
Bye, then.
I'm like a walking whiskey back.
Stay away. Ill will.
You play poker?
I'll join you for a while.
He's just an underprivileged hoodlum.
Well, look at you.
I heard another train got raided on Butter Bridge.
Let's get this show on the road.
That deal almost ruined me.
Who invited the lady? I'll call.
I out this hand.
I heard them rustles from Pike's Basin were heading.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I sure did call him a cracker right to his face.
Okay. We have to get them people off that land.
Sorry, buddy. I think you wanted this one.
Another wagon got robbed near Mescalero yesterday. Ain't it always the way?
Paul.
Show me wild fudge. One step closer to buying
You'll believe
tuberculosis
anything
medicine
I
for
say
mama.
because I'm white.
Call.
Give me a high.
Ain't you aggressive?
Yo, man.
I'm gonna check. All ready?
I heard another train got raided on Butter Bridge. Ain't that the truth?
Sure. I'll bet.
Well, that's better than a poke in the eye.
I see the way he looks at my wife.
You're joking.
You know that old timer done shit himself again?
No funny dealing now.
You're in trouble now. Well, that contract was a phony.
You lying. I call. I'm ready to drag goats to the lot of you.
I'll call that.
Well, that's interesting.
No, I'm out. I see you fancy your hand, sir. I'm watching you.
Hello there. Hello.
Shit.
Big spender.
You only with him for the money.
Ain't that the truth? Goodbye, friend. Goodbye.
Somebody's throwing dust.
What's throwing dust?
It's no fun if you don't ever bet. All right, I see.
He's just an underprivileged hoodlum.
Master Johnson's been digging around here some.
Always nice to see an old friend.
Ain't you aggressive, partner?
Nice to see you.
I'm calling.
I'm just a no-good son of a whore.
Damn.
That's all I am.
You better give me a real card.
That deal almost ruined me. I fold. I call.
Check. Woo! Gonna have me some coin tonight. You're gonna die here. Get used to it.
Check. I know your game.
How are you?
I call. Someone's feeling the pressure.
Hello there. Another wagon got robbed here in Vestadero yesterday. Ain't that the truth?
We have to get them people off that land.
Look at you all pleased with your cards.
Howdy.
No matter.
There's gonna be pain. Bye-bye now. It's been a while.
I check.
Give yourself up. It'll hurt less. You know that old timer done shit himself again? Ain't it always the way?
Let's do
That
this.
contract was a phony. You're in trouble now.
Hey, mister.
Hello.
Call. You ain't much fun.
Gonna win me some dinero. Another cold night ahead.
Sorry, buddy. I think you wanted this one.
That Drew McFarland be causing trouble again. So what?
One step closer to buying tuberculosis medicine for Mama.
Yep. And you got stuff to do. I know I do. Farewell. I got a tab back. Bye, then.
You'll believe anything I say because I'm white.
I hate that blacksmith. He's too darn cheery all the time.
Ain't that the truth?
No, I'm out.
Hey, how's it going?
Ayala! You using that note?
Okay.
No good son of a whore. That's all I am.
You're lying. I call.
Interesting.
Well, that's better than a poke in the eye. Enough of this. I fold. Check. Back. I may regret this. That deal almost ruined me.
Ha! I go all in.
Marshal Johnson's been digging around here, so.
How you doing?
Ain't it always the way?
Nice to see you.
You're gonna die here. Get used to it.
Give me a real card now.
Woo! Gonna have me some coin tonight.
Fold. I should walk away before this gets any worse.
How about you give me your money?
I heard them rustlers from Pike's Base.
Try your hand at some blackjack.
They're gonna be paid.
Tim O'Brien is said to have run off with an engine.
I heard another train got raided on Butter Bridge.
Ain't that the truth?
I hear that they really knows Ah! My goodness.
I can't wait to fight.
Oh, Lord, help! I'm being kidnapped! Be a Christian and let me go, please.
Sorry about
Lord,
this.
bless. You're an angel. Jesus wanted you in comic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, miss. Come! Go!
Roll up that tongue, mister. Or somebody.
Now why walk when you can ride, mister? I'm doing the best I can, mister.
See what we
Old
got
Jason's
then.
Nancy's laid up, I hear.
Dear sir, hello.
Please peruse at your leisure.
Well, look.
Well, I know more than Dr. Gallagher, and I ain't certified. Looks correct. I'm used to my time being wasted, but that doesn't mean I appreciate it.
Good day.
Dr. Gallagher couldn't diagnose prick rot if his own thing was falling off.